A muffled sound comes from upstairs. Maya stops cleaning and listens. The sound continues. It's a child. She goes up the stairs following the noise. In the hallway, she finds a little boy sitting on the floor holding a white cane. He's wearing dark glasses and crying softly. "Hey, little one, are you okay?" The boy lifts his head. "Who's there?" "I'm Maya. And you?" "Leo." He wipes his nose on his sleeve. "I wanted to get some water downstairs, but I'm scared of falling on the stairs." Maya holds out her hand. "Come with me, I won't let you fall, I promise." In the kitchen, she gives the boy a glass of water and watches him drink it slowly. "Do you like music, Leo?" "I do. My mum used to sing to me." His voice gets sad. "But she went away." Maya takes out her phone and plays a soft song. "This one is beautiful, listen." Leo's eyes light up. "It sounds like little birds singing." "Want to dance?" "Anyone can dance. The music is in your heart, not your eyes." I don't know how to dance." "I'll teach you, come on." Maya takes his hands and starts to swing them from side to side. Then she lifts the boy's arms as if they were wings. "Let's pretend you're a little bird, flying." Leo smiles. "I really am flying." They dance around the room. Maya says, "Now you're flying in the clouds, now swooping down close to the flowers." Leo laughs and moves without fear. The music plays so sweetly. The two of them dance as if they've been friends for a long time. Leo is radiant, taking up the whole space. The front door opens. Ethan Cole enters the house carrying a briefcase. He's 35, with the tired face of someone who works too much to escape his problems. He stops at the door, shocked. His son, who has barely spoken to him in months, is dancing freely with the housekeeper. Leo is smiling in a way Ethan hasn't seen in a long time. His eyes well up with tears. It's the first time Leo has smiled since his mother died. Ethan stands there, watching his son dance. The memories hit him hard. 2 years ago in the hospital, Claire in her bed, so weak after the accident. The doctors said she wouldn't make it. "Ethan, I need to tell you something." Her voice was barely a whisper. "Stop it. Leo isn't your son. I cheated on you." His world collapsed. "What?" "It was with Ryan, my ex. When I found out I was pregnant, I didn't have the courage to get a test. I was afraid of losing you." Claire died 3 hours later. Ethan was left alone with a child who had another man's face. Every time he looked at Leo, he remembered the betrayal. The boy's every smile hurt. Ethan tried to be a good father, but the pain was stronger than the love. He hired nannies, tutors, doctors, anything to avoid being alone with Leo. The boy started to shut down. First, he stopped asking why his daddy didn't play with him anymore. Then he stopped trying to talk. He became a sad little boy who spent all day in his room. And now here he is, dancing with a stranger, genuinely smiling. A cleaner managed to do in 15 minutes what Ethan hadn't been able to do in years. The music stops. Maya sees Ethan in the doorway. "Mr. Cole, I'm sorry. I didn't hear you come in." Leo freezes when he hears his father's voice. His smile disappears instantly. "Daddy!" His voice gets tiny. Ethan feels angry at himself for seeing fear in his own son's eyes. But he's also angry at Maya for witnessing the intimacy he can't have. "Leo, go to your room." "But Daddy, I was just—" "Now." Leo lowers his head and slowly walks upstairs. Each step he climbs is a pang in Ethan's chest. Maya stands in the living room, not knowing what to do. Ethan picks up the phone. He's going to call the employment agency first thing in the morning to fire Maya. Early in the morning, Ethan waits for Maya to arrive. He's been up all night thinking about what he was going to say. "Sit down. I need to talk to you." Maya sits down at the kitchen chair. "Did something happen? You crossed a line yesterday." "What do you mean? Who gave you permission to get involved with my son?" Maya frowns. "He was crying upstairs all by himself. He was thirsty. You were hired to clean the house, not to take care of my child." "I was just helping." Without permission. You're done here. Maya is in shock. You're sending me away because I played with your son. I'm sending you away because you didn't respect the rules of my house. What rules? You never told me I couldn't talk to Leo. Ethan knows she's right, but he can't back down now. I don't need to explain anything. Get your things and leave. Leo appears at the top of the stairs. Daddy? Maya? Why are you fighting? Go back to your room, Leo. But I want to know what's going on. Maya looks at the boy warmly. Hi, sweetie. Your daddy decided I'm not going to work here anymore. Why? Leo comes down a few steps. Because yesterday you played with me without your daddy's permission. But it was just a little dance. It was fun. I know, sweetie. But sometimes grown-ups have weird rules. Is Maya leaving forever? She is, Ethan answers before Maya can speak. Leo starts to cry loudly. Why, Daddy? Why do you always send away everyone who likes me? The question hits Ethan like a slap. Leo, it's not like that. Yes, it is. You sent Jenna away because she let me watch cartoons, Miss Diane because she taught me how to play ball, now Maya because she danced with me. Leo slams his hand on the banister. You don't want anyone to like me. Maya goes to the boy. It's not your fault, okay? You're an amazing boy. So why are you leaving? Maya glares at Ethan. Because sometimes grown-ups do stupid things when they're scared. Scared of what? Of love. And every word hits Ethan hard. Maya grabs her purse and scribbles something on a piece of paper. She hands it to Leo. What's this? It's to remind you, keep dancing in your heart, even when there's no music playing. Leo clutches the paper and cries even harder. Maya leaves, leaving father and son in a crisis that will last for weeks. 3 weeks later, the house returned to its usual silence. Leo doesn't leave his room, barely eats, and doesn't talk to anyone. Ethan hired Mrs. Gable, a somewhat tough woman who treats Leo as if he were sick. Leo, time for lunch. The woman knocks on the door. I don't want to. A child has to eat. Ethan enters the room and sees his son lying down, hugging Maya's paper. Son, you have to eat something. I don't want to. Why not? Because when you're sad, food has no taste. Ethan sits on the bed. Still sad about Maya? You wouldn't understand. Try to explain it to me. Leo turns to his father. Maya made me feel normal. With her, I forgot I can't see. Now I remember all the time that I'm different. You're not different. Yes, I am. And you're ashamed of me. Ethan is breathless. Who told you that? No one had to say it. In the afternoon, Julian shows up at the door. He's been the family lawyer for years and always has a somewhat fake smile. Ethan, you look terrible. Ethan tells him about Leo and Maya. You did the right thing sending that woman away. These people know how to take advantage of rich families. They use the children to get what they want. I don't know, Julian. Leo was happy with her. Exactly. She used the boy to get to you. It's very common. Ethan thinks it over. You know what you need? A real woman by your side, someone on our level. Julian leans forward. I know the perfect person for you. I'm not interested. It's Brooke Montgomery, educated, elegant. She'd love to meet you. Ethan recognizes that last name. Her father owns a huge construction company. How about dinner tomorrow? You, me, Brooke, and her father. Just business. Ethan hesitates. Maybe Julian is right. Maybe he really does need someone suitable. Just one dinner. Julian Vance smiles, satisfied. Perfect. Brooke is very different from those gold diggers. As they talk, Leo listens to everything through the baby monitor in his room. He doesn't quite understand, but he realizes that his dad is going to meet a new woman. Leo hugs the paper from Maya and whispers, Maya, please come back. Daddy's forgetting about us. Ethan can't sleep. A part of him knows he was unfair to Maya. In the morning, he makes a decision. He's going to find her to tell her a few things. He finds out that Maya is working at County General Hospital, a place full of people and noise, very different from his quiet house. Ethan goes there in the late afternoon. The hospital is chaotic. People waiting, children crying, movement everywhere. He finds Maya on the third floor, cleaning the hallway. Her hair is tied up, she's sweaty, exhausted. When she sees Ethan, she stops working. "Mr. Cole, what are you doing here?" Ethan notices she's thinner and has dark circles under her eyes. "I came looking for you." "What for?" "Can we talk somewhere private?" "I'm working. If you want to talk, it'll have to be here." The coldness in her voice irritates Ethan. "How's Leo?" "Not good. He's not eating right. He won't leave his room." "And you came here to tell me this?" "I came to offer you your job back." Maya laughs awkwardly. "Seriously? And what's changed?" "Don't be sarcastic with me." "Sarcastic? Mr. Cole, you fired me for no reason, and now you show up here like you're doing me a favor." A nurse walks by and stares at them. Ethan gets embarrassed. "Do you need the job or not?" "I need to work, but I don't need charity." "It's not charity." Maya leans the squeegee against the wall and crosses her arms. "Let me guess. Leo is suffering, and you figured out you need me to fix it." Ethan is irritated because she hit the nail on the head. "Are you here looking for another rich family to take advantage of?" The question comes out harsher than he intended. Maya is hurt. "Take advantage of you?" Her voice trembles. "I work 14 hours a day to pay off the medical debt my mother left when she died of cancer. I don't have the time or the energy to take advantage of anyone." "Your mother died?" 6 months ago. "That's why I needed the job at your house so badly." Maya wipes away a tear. "But you didn't even ask about my life before you accused me of being a gold digger." Ethan feels his chest tighten. "I didn't know." "Of course you didn't. You didn't even bother to get to know me before judging me." Maya grabs the mop again. "Now let me work. I have bills to pay." "Maya, wait. I came here to do an honest day's work, sir. If that bothers you, that's your problem." Ethan stands there, watching her walk away. He feels like garbage. He came here expecting to find a humble and grateful Maya, not a dignified woman who refuses to be mistreated. Half an hour later, Maya feels very dizzy and leans against the wall. Her vision goes black, and she faints in the hallway. As Ethan is leaving the parking garage, he hears over the radio, "An employee has fainted on the 3rd floor. Medical team urgently needed." Ethan rushes back. Maya has been taken to the emergency room. The doctor explains that she's dehydrated and very weak, at her limit. Ethan stays until she wakes up. When Maya opens her eyes and sees him there, she whispers, "Why are you still here?" "Because I was an idiot. Forgive me." Maya closes her eyes, too weak to answer. A tear rolls down her face. Ethan realizes he can no longer run from the truth. Maya is an honest woman who is suffering, and he is to blame for it. The guilt he feels now is greater than the pain of his wife's betrayal. For the first time in 2 years, Ethan understands that he's been hurting innocent people because of a pain that is his alone. At the hospital, Maya is still weak in the hospital bed. The doctor explains to Ethan that she's malnourished and at her limit. She needs to rest and eat properly. Working 14-hour days is going to kill her. Ethan stays by her bed until Maya wakes up again. "Why are you still here?" she asks softly. "Because I need to ask you something." Ethan pulls up a chair. "Come back home. Leo is heartbroken." Maya turns her face away. "We've been over this. I know I was a jerk, but my son won't eat. He won't talk. He won't leave his room." Ethan's voice breaks. "He's only 8 years old. He doesn't deserve to pay for my mistakes." "And do I deserve to be mistreated every time you get upset?" Ethan lowers his head. "No, you don't." Maya stares at him. "If I come back, I want a written contract, 2 months guaranteed, no firing on a whim." "Done. I want to be paid in advance." "Whatever you want." And if you disrespect me again, I'll walk out that very second, and you'll pay me severance." Ethan agrees to everything. He's desperate. "Why are you doing this?" Maya asks. "Why don't you just hire someone else?" "Because you're the only one who's made my son smile in 2 years." Maya is silent. "All right. But this time it's going to be different." The next day, Maya returns. When Leo hears her voice in the kitchen, he runs down the stairs, trips, and nearly falls. "Maya, you're back!" He throws himself into her arms, crying with happiness. "I'm back, my love, and now I'm not leaving so easily." Ethan watches from a distance, moved. Across town, Julian is in his office when he gets a call from an acquaintance at the hospital. "Mr. Vance? I saw Mr. Cole here yesterday with a woman. They seemed pretty close." "What woman?" "A woman named Maya. He stayed late taking care of her." Julian hangs up, furious, all his plans down the drain. Maya establishes a new routine. Music at mealtime, dancing before his bath, a story sung to him at bedtime. Leo changes completely. He starts talking again, playing, walking around the house without fear. He keeps humming the songs Maya teaches him. "Maya, today I dreamed I was really flying," he says while eating lunch. "Really? And where did you fly?" "I flew up to the sky to talk to Mommy. I told her you came back and that I know how to dance now." Maya's eyes well up. "And what did your mom say?" "She's happy because now I have you." Ethan listens from the kitchen doorway. His chest tightens with emotion, but he still can't bring himself to get closer. Later that afternoon, while Maya is teaching Leo to dance like the rain, the boy stops and asks, "Maya, why doesn't my dad play with us?" Maya stops the music. "I don't know, sweetie." "Why do you think so?" "I think he doesn't like me." "Why do you think that?" Leo lowers his head. "Because I can't see. Daddy must be ashamed." Maya kneels in front of him. "Leo, listen to me carefully. Not being able to see doesn't make you any less special. You're kind, smart, and funny. Any father would be proud of you." "Then why does he get sad around me?" Maya doesn't know how to answer. "You know what? I'm going to ask him." "You really will?" "Yes, I will. We'll sort this out tonight." Leo smiles, hopefully. Maya realizes she just promised something that could go very wrong. That night, after Leo is asleep, Maya finds Ethan in the living room. "We need to talk." Ethan gets up from the armchair. "About what?" "About your son thinking you're ashamed of him." The words hit Ethan like a slap. He said that. He said you don't like him because he can't see. Ethan sits down heavily on the couch. "That's not true." "Then why don't you show it? Why don't you play with him? Why don't you be a part of his life?" "You don't understand the situation." "Then explain it to me, because there's an 8-year-old kid suffering, thinking his father doesn't love him." Ethan gets up, irritated. "You don't understand anything about my life." "Then make me understand," Maya shouts back, "because I see a wonderful little boy who just wants his father's love, and I see a father who seems to be afraid of his own son." "It's not fear." "Then what is it? Did he do something to you?" Ethan runs a hand through his hair, nervous. "It's complicated." "It's not complicated at all. That boy loves you more than anything. He talks about you all the time. My dad works so hard. My dad is smart. My dad is going to be so proud." Maya crosses her arms. "But you treat him like he's a stranger." "No, I don't." "Yes, you do. You barely look at him. When he talks, you just say whatever. When he wants to show you something, you say you're busy." Ethan knows she's right, but he can't admit it. "Maya, you don't have kids. You don't understand what it's like. I don't need to have a child to know that children need love, and they need to know they're loved." They're both yelling. They don't realize Leo has woken up and come downstairs. He needs to know that you care, that you want what's best for him. "I do want what's best for him." "Then show him, hug him, play with him, tell him you love him." "It's not that simple." Yes, it is. Leo appears in the doorway crying, "Why are you fighting because of me?" Maya and Ethan turn, startled. "Leo, son." Ethan stands up. "I heard you. Maya's mad because you don't like me." "That's not it, sweetie." Maya goes to him. "Your dad loves you very much." "No, he doesn't. If he did, he'd play with me." Ethan feels his heart break. "Leo, I do like you." "Then why don't you ever hug me? Why don't you ever dance with me?" Ethan doesn't know how to answer. The truth is too painful to explain to a child. Maya looks at them both. "Come here, you two. We're going to sort this out right now." "Maya, you don't have to." Ethan tries to protest. "Yes, I do." Maya goes to the stereo and puts on some soft music. "Leo, your dad is going to learn to dance with you." "He doesn't want to." "Yes, he does. He's just shy." Maya holds out her hand to both of them. "Come on, Ethan. Your son is asking you." Ethan stands there, frozen. "Daddy, can we try?" Leo holds out his little hand. Ethan's heart breaks seeing that little hand waiting. He takes a deep breath and takes his son's hand for the first time in months. "Like this." Maya guides both of their hands. "Slowly, listen to the music." At first, Ethan is stiff, uncomfortable, but slowly he relaxes. The music is sweet, and Leo's hand is warm. "Now imagine your little birds flying together," Maya whispers. Leo smiles. "Daddy, we're flying." Ethan looks at his son and sees pure joy on his little face, a joy that only exists when a father and son are together. "We really are flying," Ethan whispers back. They dance slowly around the room. Maya slips out quietly, leaving the two of them alone. "Daddy, why have we never done this before?" Ethan's throat tightens. "Because your daddy is a bit of a fool sometimes." "You're not a fool, you just forgot." "Yeah, I did." They keep dancing. Ethan feels a peace he hasn't felt in years. For the first time since Claire's death, he can look at Leo and see only his son. Not the betrayal, not the pain. Just the child he loves. When the music ends, Leo hugs his father. "Thank you for dancing with me, Daddy. Thank you for teaching me." Maya watches from a distance, moved. After Leo goes upstairs, she and Ethan are left alone. "Thank you," Ethan says softly. "For what?" "For giving me my son back." Maya smiles. "He was always yours." They look at each other. There's a different tension in the air. It's not anger anymore. It's something deeper. Ethan approaches slowly. Maya doesn't pull away. "Maya, The phone rings. They pull apart instantly. Ethan answers. "Ethan? This is Julian. Can I come over? I want to introduce you to someone special." An hour later, Julian arrives with a well-dressed blonde woman. "Ethan, this is Brooke, the one I told you about." "Hi." Brooke greets with a perfect smile. "Julian has told me so much about you." Ethan greets her with little interest. He looks for Maya, who went to the kitchen. "Sorry we're a little late," Julian says. "But Brooke was eager to meet you." "It's true. My father is always talking about your business." Brooke sits on the couch. "He thinks you two could work together." Julian watches everything intently, Ethan's every move, every expression. "Where's Leo?" Julian asks. "Brooke loves kids." "He's sleeping." "What a shame. I want to have lots of kids." Brooke smiles. Maya comes back from the kitchen with coffee. Julian sees her, and his face twists in anger for a second, but he hides it. "Ah, and this is Maya. She takes care of the house," Ethan replies dryly. "I see." Julian gives a fake smile. "It's good to have efficient staff." Maya serves the coffee without a word, but she feels Julian's gaze burning into her. "Maya, could you give us a moment?" Julian Vance asks. "We need to discuss business." "She can stay," Ethan Cole interjects. "Actually, it would be better if it were just us," Brooke Montgomery says, her tone sweet but firm. "It's company business." Maya leaves but stays nearby, able to overhear part of the conversation. Ethan, Brooke has a good idea. Julian leans in. My father wants to expand into real estate. Brooke explains. He needs a good partner. And you would be perfect, Julian adds. Ethan listens politely, but he's thinking about Maya. Of course, a partnership like this would require closeness between the families. Brooke continues, touching Ethan's arm. Julian smiles. Exactly. Business between friends always works out. As they're leaving, Julian says goodbye at the door. Think about the proposal. Brooke is special. In the car, Brooke asks, So? The cleaning lady is back. That complicates things. Why? She's just the help. Julian Vance shakes his head. I saw the way he looked at her when we arrived, and the way she looked at him. It's not just boss and employee. Are you sure? I am. And if they get together, we lose millions. Julian Vance takes out his phone. I'm going to have to act. How? Julian Vance smiles cruelly. Leave it to me. I know how to handle women like her. The next day, Maya gets a call. Maya, this is Julian Vance. Can I offer you some advice? What advice? Be careful with Ethan. Men like him get tired of flings quickly. Maya's stomach drops. What do you mean? Just a friendly warning. Be careful not to get hurt. And he hangs up. 2 months pass. Maya's contract expires, and Ethan wants to make it permanent. I want you to stay forever, he says in the kitchen. Leo has never been happier. And you? Do you want me to stay too? Ethan looks into her eyes. I do. There's something different in the way he speaks. Maya's heart starts to race, but that same day, Julian Vance goes to Ethan's office. I need to talk about Maya. What about her? Don't you find it strange how she became indispensable so quickly? Suddenly, she's the center of your life. Ethan furrows his brow. She's good at what she does. Ethan, you've known me for 15 years. Trust me. Julian sits down. Women like that are very clever. They know how to manipulate a rich man through his children. It's not manipulation. Leo likes her. Exactly. She studied you before she showed up, found out Leo was blind, that you two live alone. It was all planned. Ethan shakes his head. You're exaggerating. I'm trying to protect you, like I protected your father and his father before him. Julian stands up. Let me look into her past, just so we can be sure. Look into it how? I know someone who does a little digging, just the basics. If nothing suspicious comes up, I'll get off your back. Ethan hesitates. A part of him trusts Maya, but another part is still afraid. All right, but just the basics. Julian smiles, satisfied. Just the basics. In the following days, Ethan becomes more distant. Maya notices the change. Is something wrong? She asks, when he avoids being alone with her. Nothing, just work. But Maya senses it's a lie. A week later, Julian returns with a folder. Ethan, I'm sorry, but you need to see this. He shows him documents of Maya's mother's medical debts. She owes a lot of money, Ethan. A lot. Of course she'd want to get close to a wealthy family. Ethan flips through the papers, confused. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Ethan stares at the documents. His head says one thing, his heart another. What do you think I should do? For now, nothing. But keep an eye on her, and don't let her get too close. That night, Ethan is cold with Maya. She notices and is hurt. Ethan, if I did something wrong, tell me. You didn't do anything. But his demeanor makes it clear that something has changed. Maya goes to her room with a heavy heart. She doesn't understand what happened, but she feels like someone is trying to destroy the happiness she's built there. Julian watches the house from his car. He smiles, satisfied. The first phase of the plan is working. Another week passes. Ethan is increasingly cold towards Maya. He avoids being alone with her and barely makes eye contact when they talk. Maya can't take it anymore. Ethan, stop this. What did I do wrong? You didn't do anything. Then why are you treating me like this? Ethan hesitates. Maya, maybe it's best if you look for another job. Maya feels the ground disappear beneath her. What? It's not working out. What do you mean it's not working out? Leo is happy. The house is in order. It's not about the job. Then what is it about? Ethan can't answer. How could he explain his suspicions without sounding cruel? Just then, Julian arrives with a folder. Ethan, I need to show you something, in private. Maya leaves the room, her heart racing. Julian Vance opens the folder and shows some documents. I got more information on her, Ethan Cole, and it's not good. The papers only show medical debts and some basic employment records. Look at this. She needs a lot of money. Of course she'd want to get close to a wealthy family. Ethan Cole takes the documents. This just shows she has debts. Everyone does. But look at the dates. She started looking for a job right after her mother died. And she specifically looked for work in private homes. Ethan flips through the papers, confused. I still don't see the big deal. Ethan, you're blinded by love. This woman calculated everything. Julian closes the folder. She knew you were a widower. Knew you had a special needs son. She went after that. How do you know that? I have experience with people like her. They study the families before they strike. Ethan stares at the papers. Doubts start to creep in. What do you think I should do? Fire her, but be careful. Women like that can make a scene. What kind of scene? Say you had an affair, that you took advantage of the situation. People like that have no limits. Ethan feels nauseous. Was it all calculated? For now, pretend you don't know anything, but don't let her get any closer. That night, Ethan treats Maya with icy coldness. Leo notices the tension. Daddy, why are you and Maya acting so weird? We're not acting weird. Yes, you are. You don't talk anymore. Maya forces a smile. Everything's fine, sweetheart. Your dad is just tired. But Leo senses something is wrong. That night, he goes to Maya. Maya, are you sad? What makes you think that? Because you didn't sing to me today. Maya hugs the boy. Sometimes grown-ups go through hard times. Is it because of Daddy? Don't you worry about that, okay? The important thing is that I love you very much. I love you too, and I don't want you to leave. The words break Maya's heart. She feels like something terrible is coming. Maya can't sleep. She knows someone is plotting against her, but she doesn't know who. The next morning, she decides to watch Julian and Brooke's behavior more closely. Something is off. During the week, Maya pays attention to the details. When Julian comes to visit Ethan, he always calls someone beforehand to let them know he'll be late. And he always uses a tone that's too affectionate for it to be work. Honey, I'm going to be a little longer. No, don't worry about it. We'll sort this out soon. Maya also notices that Brooke knows the house way too well for someone who's only been over once. She knows where the bathroom is, where Ethan keeps the glasses, how the sound system works. On Thursday, Maya sees Julian in the grocery store parking lot talking to Brooke. They kiss before getting into separate cars. Maya takes pictures from a distance with her phone. On Friday, she overhears Julian talking on the phone in the garden. Brooke, love, it's almost all taken care of. Ethan is already suspicious of her. No, don't worry. Soon you'll be able to move in there. Maya records what she can on her phone. It's not perfect evidence, but it's enough to understand what's happening. She decides to confront Ethan with what she's discovered. At night, after Leo is asleep, Maya goes to the living room. Ethan, I need to show you something. Not now, Maya. It's about Julian and Brooke. Ethan looks up. What about them? They're having an affair. Ethan gives a humorless laugh. What are you talking about? I saw them kissing in the grocery store parking lot. Maya shows him the photo on her phone. Ethan glances away quickly. It could be anything. And I heard him on the phone with her, calling her love. Maya, stop it. He said she's moving in here, that you're already suspicious of me. Ethan stands up, irritated. Enough! You're making this up to defend yourself. I'm not making it up. They're using you. Using me for what? I don't know yet, but I know something's wrong. They're arguing loudly. They don't notice that Leo has come downstairs. Please, stop fighting. The boy appears at the door, crying. Maya and Ethan turn to Leo. Sweetheart, go back to your room. Maya goes to him. No, you always fight because of me. Leo sobs. I hear everything from my room. Ethan frowns. What do you mean you hear? There's that machine that Daddy put in when I was little. It picks up everything you say here in the living room. Ethan remembers the baby monitor. Leo, what else did you hear? I heard Mr. Vance saying bad things about Maya lots of times. Maya looks at Ethan. See? What kind of things did he say? Ethan asks. That Maya only wants money. That Daddy has to send her away. Ethan's stomach drops. Anything else? Leo thinks for a moment. He's always on the phone with a woman. He calls her darling. Darling? Maya repeats. Yeah, and one time he said that after Daddy got married it would be easier. Ethan is silent, processing. Leo, are you sure you heard that? I am, Daddy. I can hear almost everything from the living room. Maya feels a mix of relief and anger. Ethan, do you believe me now? Ethan hesitates. A part of him still resists. It could be a misunderstanding. A misunderstanding? Your son is telling you the truth. It's just that Julian showed me things about you too. What things? Your debts. He said you specifically looked for wealthy families. Maya shakes her head. That's a lie. I took any job I could find. How can I be sure? Because you know me, because you've seen how I take care of Leo, because you know my feelings are real. Leo looks at them both. Daddy, Maya is good. She makes me happy. Ethan looks at his son, then at Maya. Slowly, the pieces start to fall into place. If Julian is lying about you, then he could be lying about other things too. Exactly. But how are we going to prove it? Maya thinks for a moment. The baby monitor. If it picks up conversations from the living room, we can use that. How? We'll get Julian to tell the truth without him knowing he's being recorded. Ethan is still hesitant. I don't know if that's a good idea. But why not? What if we're wrong? What if Julian really wants to help me? Maya kneels in front of Leo. Leo, are you sure about what you heard? I do. Mr. Vance always says you're bad, and he's always talking all sweet to some woman on the phone. How do you know it's sweet? Because he gets that soft voice, like the one Daddy uses with me when I'm sick. Ethan is slowly convinced. Okay, let's try it. How? Maya asks. I'm going to call Julian and tell him I fired you. That I need his help. And I pretend I left? Exactly. But stay hidden and listen to everything. Leo raises his hand. What about me? You stay in your room and listen carefully. If anything goes wrong, you scream really loud. Maya smiles. Can you guys do this for me? We will. Ethan looks into her eyes. Because I trust you. It's the first time in days he said that. Tears well up in Maya's eyes. Thank you. No, thank you. For not giving up on us. Leo hugs them both. Are you guys going to stop fighting now? Let's find out the truth first, Ethan says. We'll talk about the rest later. Okay, but I want Maya to stay forever. Maya kisses his forehead. I want that too. The next day, they come up with a plan. Ethan will fake a terrible fight with Maya. Are you sure this will work? Ethan asks. If Julian is really lying about me, he'll be ecstatic when he finds out you fired me. Maya explains the details. Ethan is going to pretend he's discovered something terrible and that he's firing her on the spot. In the afternoon, the two of them start their argument in the living room. Maya, I've found out everything, Ethan yells, pretending to be furious. What are you talking about? Maya yells back. You lied to me. You were only after my money. That's not true. Yes, it is. I have proof. All you cared about was my money. Ethan, listen to me. I'm done listening. Get your things and get out of here now. Maya storms out, crying loudly. In reality, she goes to hide in the guest room. Ethan calls Julian immediately. Julian, I need you here. It's urgent. What happened? I fired Maya. I found out more about her. Good. I'm on my way. Julian arrives in half an hour, bringing Brooke with him. Ethan, you look miserable. Julian hugs his friend. I was a fool, Julian. You were right. Of course I was. Women like that are dangerous. Brooke approaches. You did the right thing. Now you can think about the future. Ethan feigns emotion. I don't know how to thank you. If it weren't for you, I would have fallen for her. That's what friends are for. Brooke takes Ethan's hand. And now you have people who really care. Julian smiles. Exactly, and you can start thinking about good things. What kind of things? Come on, Ethan. You and Brooke are perfect for each other. Ethan feigns surprise. What do you mean? You two are a good match, and so are your businesses. Brooke smiles. My father has already set aside some interesting contracts. Contracts? After we make our relationship official, it'll be easier to work together. Ethan continues to feign confusion. Relationship? Julian laughs. Ethan, don't play dumb. You two are going to get together. It's a matter of time. In the guest room, Maya records everything. In his room, Leo hears every word. The villains are starting to reveal themselves, but still carefully. Have you two already talked about this? Ethan asks, feigning surprise. Of course we have, Brooke replies. I'm not a child. I know a good opportunity when I see one. Opportunity? To start a family and a business partnership. Julian leans in. Ethan, after you two are married, I can take better care of your business, with more freedom to expand. What kind of freedom? Powers of attorney, partnerships, that kind of bureaucratic stuff, to make things easier. Ethan Cole pretends to consider. And Leo, how will he adjust? Brooke Montgomery shrugs. Kids get used to anything. But he has special needs. That's exactly why, Julian Vance chimes in. It would be good to have professionals looking after him. Trained people. What kind of professionals? There are very good places for children like him, where they receive proper care. Ethan Cole wants to explode, but he controls himself. What places? Specialized boarding schools. Brooke Montgomery explains matter-of-factly. That way he's well taken care of, and you two are free to live. Live how? Like a normal couple, traveling, enjoying yourselves, worry-free. Julian Vance agrees. A blind boy requires constant attention. It's not fair to you. Maya, in the room, records everything, horrified. Leo, listening on the baby monitor, feels tears welling up in his eyes. I'll get some wine for us to celebrate, Ethan Cole says, barely containing his rage. He leaves the room and quickly goes to Maya. Did you get it? He whispers. I got it. Such awful people. They want to have Leo committed. Ethan, do you see who they really are now? I do, and I'm sorry for doubting you. Ethan returns to the room with wine. Julian and Brooke are talking quietly. What were you two talking about? About when to set a date for the wedding, Brooke lies. Oh, and when do you think would be good? Soon, Julian replies. There's no point in waiting too long. Ethan pours the wine but can barely drink it. After they leave, Maya comes out of her hiding place and Leo comes downstairs. We got everything, Maya says, showing the recordings. They wanted to send me away, Leo says sadly. Ethan hugs his son. Never. I'll never let anyone separate us. And is Maya going to stay too? Ethan looks at Maya. If she wants to. I do, Maya replies without hesitation. So now we're going to show everyone who these people really are. The next morning, Ethan, Maya, and Leo gather in the kitchen to plan their next move. We have the recordings, but we need more evidence, Maya says. Something that leaves no doubt. Like what? Ethan asks. We need them to expose themselves on their own, without forcing it. Leo stirs his cereal. Are they going to come back here? Definitely, Ethan replies. Julian will want to speed things up now that he thinks he's gotten rid of you. That morning, Maya's phone rings. It's Julian. Maya, this is Julian Vance. What do you want? Maya puts the call on speakerphone for Ethan to hear. I'm calling with a piece of advice. Get out of town. Why? Because now that Ethan has found out who you really are, things could get complicated for you. Complicated how? Maya, you know how it is. It's not easy for women with your kind of past to find a job, especially when certain people spread certain information. What information? About your debts, your desperation, your motivations. Understand? Maya feigns nervousness. You can't do that. I can, and I've already started. I've spoken to a few agencies, some acquaintances. Soon the whole town will know what kind of person you are. And if I don't leave, then things will get even harder, a lot harder. The call ends. Maya, Ethan, and Leo look at each other. He just recorded his own conviction, Ethan says. That afternoon, Julian calls Ethan. Ethan, I need to come over today. It's about your future. What future? With Brooke, it's time to get things in order. What things? Marriage, business, powers of attorney. I'm bringing some documents. See, that evening, Julian arrives with Brooke and a briefcase full of papers. Ethan, I've got everything organized. Brooke hugs Ethan. I can't wait to start our life together. Julian spreads documents across the table. Here's the partnership agreement. Here are the powers of attorney, and here are the preliminary marriage papers. Ethan considers it, feigning interest. A general power of attorney? What for? To make business easier. This way I can handle everything while you two enjoy yourselves. But that gives me very little control. Ethan, trust me. Don't 15 years of friendship mean anything? Maya, hidden in the guest room, records everything. Leo listens in on the baby monitor. And what about Leo? Ethan asks carefully. Oh, right. Brooke has already taken care of everything, Julian replies. What do you mean, taken care of? Brooke smiles. I know a great place for children like him. What place? A special school. It's far from here, but it has everything he needs. Ethan hides his horror. How far? A few hours' drive, but it's for the best. Special children need professional care. And I'll be able to see him? Of course, during scheduled visits. How often? Julian interjects. Once a month is standard. It can't be more than that. Ethan wants to explode, but he controls himself. I understand. It's what's best for you two, Brooke continues. This way, you can live like a normal couple. Travel, have fun, no worries, Julian adds. In the room, Maya records everything, horrified. In his room, Leo listens silently, but with tears in his eyes. Do you think he'll take it well? Ethan asks about Leo. He'll have to accept it, Brooke replies coldly. Kids get used to anything. And what if he doesn't want to go? It's not a matter of what you want, Julian explains. It's a matter of necessity. He needs care you can't provide. What kind of care? Professional, specialized. Brooke crosses her legs. Besides, a blind child is a lot of work. You'll want to have your own children. Ethan is disgusted. Our own children? Of course, normal children. Who can carry on the family business? Julian agrees. Exactly. Leo will never be able to take over anything anyway. Because he's blind, because of everything, the disability, the background. Julian stops, realizing he's said too much. What background? Ethan asks, feigning confusion. No, nothing. Forget it. But Ethan insists. No, tell me, what background? Brooke and Julian look at each other nervously. It's just, well, Julian hesitates. Everyone knows he's not really your son. Ethan feigns shock. How do you know that? Come on, Ethan. We've been friends for 15 years. I know everything about your life. Your wife told someone this before she died, Brooke adds. Word gets around. Ethan realizes they've known the secret for years. And you never said anything. What for? You were already suffering, Julian explains. But now that you have a chance to really start over, you can start a legitimate family, Brooke finishes. Legitimate? With children who are really yours, who share your blood. Ethan Cole can't take their coldness anymore. What if I don't want to be separated from Leo? You will, Julian Vance says confidently. When you have real children, you'll understand. Children who can see, study, work, Brooke Montgomery adds. Not like that poor little thing. The words, poor little thing, are the last straw for Ethan. But he controls himself. Do you really think this is for the best? Absolutely, the two of them reply in unison. Fine then. Let's sign the papers. Julian Vance and Brooke Montgomery celebrate internally. They think they've won. Just then, Maya comes back to get something she forgot. Sorry, I forgot my wallet. The two of them tense up at her presence. Just get it and leave quickly, Julian Vance says harshly. Maya goes to the bedroom and comes back. As she passes through the living room, she trips and knocks a few things over. Sorry, she says, and leaves. As soon as Maya is gone, Brooke Montgomery sighs. Thank God you're rid of her. Yeah, women like that are dangerous, Julian Vance agrees. How do you know what kind of woman she is? Ethan asks. Experience, Julian Vance replies. These cleaning ladies are always looking to get ahead through their bosses. Especially when the bosses are rich widowers with special needs children, Brooke adds cruelly. Maya listens to everything from outside the house. Ethan records with a hidden cell phone. Let's just sign these papers, Ethan says, picking up a pen. Wait, Julian Vance stops him. First, I need to know if you truly get it all. Get what? That this phase of your life is over. The grief, the guilt, this whole thing with the boy. Ethan Cole pretends to agree. I get it. And that now you're going to have a new life. A real life. With a real woman, Brooke Montgomery adds, moving closer to him. And real children, Julian finishes. And with a clear conscience, Brooke whispers in Ethan's ear. Ethan Cole feels disgusted, but keeps pretending. No burden? Oh, Ethan, you took care of that boy for 8 years. You've done your part. More than your part, Julian Vance agrees. Now it's time to think about yourself. About us, Brooke Montgomery corrects, kissing Ethan Cole's cheek. Just then Maya knocks on the door. I forgot one more thing, she calls from outside. What a nuisance, Brooke Montgomery complains. Ethan Cole goes to open the door. Maya enters, her expression changed. Actually, I didn't forget anything, she says, pulling her phone from her pocket. I recorded everything you said. Julian and Brooke turn pale. What do you mean, you recorded it? Brooke stammers. I recorded everything. Julian's threats from this morning, the plans to have Leo committed, the comments about him being a poor little thing. Julian lunges at her. Give me that phone. Ethan steps in front of her. Don't touch her. She recorded us without permission. That's illegal. Threatening a witness is a crime. So is trying to steal someone's property, Maya replies. Brooke plays her last card. No one's going to believe a cleaning lady over us. Yes, they will, a small voice says from the stairs. Leo appears, holding a small recorder. I recorded everything too, from my room. Julian panics. This kid can't be a witness. Yes, he can, Ethan says. And you two just condemned yourselves. Brooke starts to cry. Julian, you said you had everything under control. Shut up, he yells at her. Don't tell me to shut up. You guaranteed me this would work. This is your fault. You talk too much. The two start blaming each other. My fault? Who had the stupid idea to threaten the housekeeper? Who called the boy a poor little thing? While they argue, Ethan calls the police. "Hello, police department. I need to file a report for threats and attempted fraud." Julian Vance stops fighting and looks at Ethan Cole in a panic. "Ethan, don't do this. Think about our friendship." "Our friendship ended the moment you two planned to rob me." "Rob? It's not robbery. It's an investment." "Investment?" Maya laughs. "With a fraudulent power of attorney." The police arrive 20 minutes later. Ethan hands over the recordings and explains the situation. "We're taking everyone down to the station to file a police report," the officer explains. "The recordings will be analyzed." Julian Vance is led away in handcuffs, shouting, "You'll regret this." Brooke Montgomery leaves, crying, "My father will destroy you." After everyone leaves, the three of them are left in the room in silence. "Is it over?" Leo asks. "It's over," Ethan confirms. "And now they're going to jail?" "If the recordings are accepted as evidence, yes." Maya hugs them both. "Now let's try to forget all this." 3 months pass. The case against Julian Vance and Brooke is underway. The recordings were accepted as evidence, and the two have been charged with making threats and attempted fraud. Life in the Cole household has finally found peace. Ethan is working less and spending more time with his family. Maya no longer has to defend herself against accusations. Leo can play without fear. On a Friday night after Leo is asleep, Ethan and Maya are talking in the living room. "You know what I've discovered these past 3 months?" Ethan says. "What?" "That for the first time since Claire's death, I can look at Leo and feel nothing but love." Maya smiles. "And what did you feel before?" "Pain, anger, guilt." Ethan sighs. "I thought I'd never be able to be a real father again. And now you can." "I can, because you taught me that being a father isn't about blood. It's about choosing to love every single day." Maya feels her eyes well up. "Ethan, and there's something else." "What?" Ethan moves closer on the couch. "I've realized I don't want to live without you anymore. You don't have to feel grateful. It's not gratitude, it's love." The word hangs in the air. Maya feels her heart race. Love? Real love. The kind that builds together, that faces problems together. Ethan takes her hand. "Maya, do you want to build a family with me?" "Ethan, it's not just about the two of us. It's about the three of us. You, me, and Leo." Maya starts to cry. "I love you too. Even knowing about all the mess in my life, especially because of that, because you fought to overcome it." Ethan smiles. "So, should we give it a try?" "Let's. There's just one thing." "What?" "I want Leo to agree." The two of them turn and see the boy on the stairs. "Leo, how long have you been there?" "Since you guys started talking about love," he answers, coming down. "And what do you think?" Maya asks. "I think it's about time." Leo smiles. "Can I call you Mom?" "You can if you want to." "I do, because you're already my mum in my heart anyway." Ethan Cole hugs them both. "So we're a family?" "We already were," Leo replies. "You two just had to catch up." A year later, in a simple church, Maya walks down the aisle. Leo walks ahead, carrying the rings, beaming in his little suit. He knows every step of the way. They rehearsed several times at home. Ethan Cole waits at the altar, emotional. When Maya gets close, he whispers, "You look beautiful." "You too." During the ceremony, Leo stands between the two, holding his parents' hands. When it's time for the vows, Ethan says, "Maya, you taught me that family is about choice, not blood. I choose you forever." Maya replies, "Ethan, you taught me that true love overcomes any hardship. I promise to overcome everything by your side." When the officiant says to kiss the bride, Leo shouts, "Now we're an official family." The whole church laughs and applauds. At the party, the first dance is the three of them together. The same song that Maya taught Leo on the first day. "Mom," Leo whispers during the dance. "Yes, my love. Thank you for teaching Dad how to dance again." Maya feels tears. Thank you for teaching me what a real family is." 2 years later, they opened a small dance center for children with special needs. It's nothing grand, but it works. Ethan secured funding through a government social program, and Maya is the educational coordinator. Leo, now 11 years old, helps welcome the new kids. He teaches each one, "The dance is in your heart, not your eyes." Ethan cut back on his workload to spend more time with his family. He discovered that being a present father is better than just being a successful businessman. Maya found her calling helping special needs children. The center serves 15 children a week and has a waiting list. Every night before bed, the three of them dance to a song in the living room. It became a sacred family tradition. "Do you know what the most beautiful part of our story is?" Maya asks one of those nights. "What?" Ethan and Leo answer together. "It all started with a simple dance between two people who met at just the right time." Ethan hugs his wife and son. "And it continues with many other children learning to dance too. And it will go on forever," Leo adds. It's true. The love that started with a simple dance has multiplied. Not into hundreds like in a fairy tale, but into 15 children who learned that everyone can be happy. And that's a miracle in itself. Did you like this story? Do you think Julian Vance got what he deserved? Do you think it took Ethan too long to realize that true love was right in front of him? Let me know in the comments. Until the next story.